Next on Swissing It Up. You are looking at some of Zermatt's most famous residents. Meet the black-nosed sheep.
They are Zermatt's most famous residents because chances are, if you do happen upon a herd of these sheep, you're probably going to find somebody taking pictures or video of them as
Like
well.
us.
Like us. We did this. We did that. Yeah.
They are so cute, and what we learned, or what little bit I guess we learned, is that they have been here so long, and if you are staying in any of these chalets or hotels or whatever, it's quite possible that you are sleeping on pillows or sheets made of black-nosed sheep wool.
So they contribute as well.
So we could actually be sleeping on that as well.
That's good. And they're soft. They're very
So,
soft.
yes, so today was all about exploring more of Zermatt, but not before we didn't try one more time.
To see the Matterhorn, which again, sorry to say, was a bust.
0 for 2.
0 for 2.
0 for 2.
We have one more shot tomorrow, but we did hike up to a viewpoint which we found online.
Yeah, Mike said it's just a 15-minute walk.
It's just 15 minutes. We didn't have to go all the way up to the Gornergrat. It was just a 15-minute stroll. So from where we were staying. So I thought we'd give it a shot. What I didn't know was that it was 15 minutes up.
Well, yeah. But I think what was interesting is that Mike closed all of his exercise circles when we were only like halfway up.
Through. Yeah, yes. Pretty much. It was quite the hike, quite the climb. Yeah, it was. We timed it. It was only 15 minutes, but it was a strenuous 15 minutes. It was especially doing it at this altitude too. Yeah, so
it was pretty good. And then from there, we just decided we walked back down, and we decided to just spend some time walking around. There was a church that we had wanted to check out, and then what we didn't realize is that right next to the church is this beautiful memorial park and cemetery. So we, I think cemeteries are kind of fascinating. So we walked around that for a while.
Learned a little bit about the people who had passed, and there was one common factor with most of them.
Yeah, so the whole cemetery is just the stone, the graves of people who have climbed the Matterhorn and not come back. And they ranged from I saw gravestones that were back from like the 1930s and 1970s, and a lot. I think what was really interesting is a lot of the commonness was that they were all really young. I saw like 24-year-olds and 32-year-olds and 27-year-olds, and that was really, really an interesting part of the day.
Yeah, it was definitely worth taking a moment to learn a little bit about the history of some of the past residents of Zermatt.
Yes. And with respect to the Matterhorn, we're like I said, we've got one more chance. So
we're gonna try tomorrow morning. We're supposed to be leaving tomorrow, but we're gonna go back to that viewpoint.
We're going back up to that trail.
I'm gonna make sure I'm in tip-top shape and ready for that hike, that 15-minute hike up.
And speaking of the Matterhorn, we did do something else up there when we went up to Gornergrat yesterday, and we didn't get a chance to work that into yesterday's episode. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that, Mike?
It was kind of cool. It was conveniently, it was a virtual reality experience. It was included in the price of the ticket on the way up. Basically, you kind of strapped into the seat. You really never left the ground.
I got some great video of Mike doing it.
Put these goggles on, and all you could see at first was there's a camera in the headset, so you could see all the people in the area that you were sitting in. But then the screen changes, and the next thing you know, you're in a paragliding setup, and you're flying around the Matterhorn on, believe it or not, an absolutely clear and beautiful day.
Of course.
And they had the poles that you could pull and actually sort of steer yourself in a virtual world around the Matterhorn. So I mean, I guess you could say we saw it virtually.
Yeah,
Well, I saw
Mike
it.
did.
Even though you don't even move, Debbie had no interest in taking part
Any interest in that.
of that at all, which was all right. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't anything, that was going to make you sick or anything like that.
I wasn't sure.
She wasn't sure, but we are sure about one thing. Tomorrow is our last morning here in Zermatt, and it's time to move on. We're heading to Grindelwald, so transition day may or may not post tomorrow.
And maybe now that Mike has done the virtual paragliding, he'll be ready for the real thing.
Oh, I don't know. I think I got my felt. That's good. It was great. I felt everything I needed to feel.
Nope. Fingers crossed, everybody, that weather holds, and that, to quote my cousin, Jerry Cardillo, be ready for takeoff. Aaronanis, next episode. Stay tuned.
This is about the boats, isn't it?
This is definitely about the boats.